Hey there, YouTubers. Kitten Hoarder here, and you're watching Session Report, the show that takes you to the gamer's table to share in the surprises that come out during play. And today's Session Report is brought to you by Fester Blatz, a viewer who had commented on my last Time Stories Prophecy of Dragons video, saying that he wanted me to play through to the end. So I've gotten the game back out, and I've done that. And luckily, I had not continued playing since the last time I recorded the video. I took a break to do some other games, some other videos. So I have not yet seen anything beyond what I recorded previously, except for what I needed to do to get back up to this point. So before I zoom back and show you the rest of the board, I want to issue my spoiler warning. This video is going to include a great number of spoilers because it's basically just going to be pure footage of the latter half of the Prophecy of Dragons mission for Time Stories. And if you're not familiar with Time Stories, it is a very story-driven game that once you know the solution, it definitely will affect the replayability. So if you are planning on getting this expansion for Time Stories and you do not want to be spoiled, I highly encourage you to turn off the video now if you have already played it or you are not really too worried about being spoiled. Then please continue watching. So let's zoom back out and I will explain how I got up to this point. Okay, so if you can recall, in my previous Time Stories Prophecy of Dragons video, I got up to this well that is in the sort of underground tunnels that lead into the castle that are blocked by these 3 seals that you need to have the glyph medallions to get through. And I realized that I would have to do this rather difficult athleticism test. What do they call it? It's not athleticism, it's agility. Rather difficult agility test. I had pretty much no time units remaining, so I was not going to be able to do it. If I had a potion of water breathing or some sort of water breathing spell, I would have been able to get past it. So I knew that I would need to budget my resources so I could pick that up on the next run. And that's what I've done. And I've also explored the other parts of the city that I mentioned I wanted to explore. And I actually took a different route into the tunnels this time that was rather more efficient. As you can see, I have 9 time units remaining. So I'm going to explain what I did. Again, if you want to figure out how to get into the castle on your own, you probably won't want to watch this part of the video. So, first of all, I took a different group out. I have Elysia Dor, the paladin, Nurir Mindsmith, the warrior, obviously a dwarf, Liara Irad, the assassin, and Finnock Shepning, the alchemist. I think I played around with Finnock last time. The other ones I think are all new. What I did differently this time was I took a path involving this fairy cage, which basically in the market area, you can purchase the fairy cage for 7 gold, and once you've purchased it, the fairy inside demands to be set free, and it turns out to be a fairy queen. And she's happy that you've freed her, but she also sort of demands that you find her 3 like servants, her underlings, which are scattered throughout the different locations. And it's this really cool sort of Where's Waldo sort of mini game where you have to look at the different location cards and try to find the fairies that are hiding there. There's 3 fairies. Once you've found each one, you just have to tap it with your finger and then cover it up on this card. Once you've covered up all 3 fairies, if you go into the Lost Woods, you can access the card that was previously blocked by this blocked icon, and that gives you access into the tunnels. In addition to that, the path to do that basically involves going to the market. Here's what I did. I went to the market, then I went to the Dragon Inn, I believe, the Castle Plaza, the Lost Woods, then back to the market, then into the tunnels. And the reason for that is, obviously, you get the fairy queen in the market. Dragon Inn, Castle Plaza, and Lost Woods have the 3 fairy underlings in them. But in the Lost Woods, you can get some herbs. You can pick herbs. You saw me do that in the last video. And in the Castle Plaza, actually, there's a merchant who will give you randomly generated prices for herbs. It's like an exchange rate. This is going to be randomly generated each game. And I happen to get the one where the green herbs are bought and sold for 5 gold. Finnock happens to begin with 2 green herbs, so I was able to trade that for 10 gold, buy some blue and brown herbs, which he can use. And then I went and picked more green herbs, came back, sold the herbs, and then I was able to purchase the other glyph medallion. There's 1 glyph medallion in the Castle Plaza for sale for 7, there's 1 in the market for sale for 7, and there's 1 that you have to defeat a troll or ogre, some sort of a monster in a cave in the Lost Woods to get. So I got the 3 glyph medallions, I headed back to the tunnels, and I actually happened to get the right path on the first try, because there's 3 paths, and you can only try as many paths per visit as you have medallions. So I could have tried all 3. I actually didn't have to get all 3 medallions because I got it right on my first try. I used the potion of water breathing, and now I'm going to reveal what happens. But first, let me tell you a little bit more about my characters. First of all, I did encounter this cool blue S familiar who spits out blue herbs every 5 time units. So I have 1 more of those remaining. I picked up some condiments, a potion of leaping, and an elfin bow for Liara. Liara has a sneak attack. When she's alone in her space, she can perform a combat roll melee using her agility, which is 4. She can also retreat from combat for free without taking a wound. The Narir Mindsmith has a critical hit. If he rolls at least 5 hits on his dice without counting automatic hits, the opponent is immediately killed. He already gets 4 combat dice. I gave him a Warhammer, so he gets +1. He also gets 2 additional dice when he gets low on health. The Elysia Door has Divine Favor. After each roll, other than with the Time Captain die, she can re-roll one of her dice, which is very cool. I have forgotten to do that for the majority of the game. And once per location change, she can heal 1 health on an agent, including herself, for the cost of 1 time unit to the whole party. And then Finnock, we already looked at him, but he can use some combat spells. He can regenerate a potion. He can cast a support spell to give other players successes on their rolls. So, a pretty good team, and we're about to get into the castle and see what's up. Okay, and before I flip over this card, I do want to again clarify that this is a blind playthrough. So, all of my reactions to these cards are going to be from seeing them for the first time, with the one exception of this card, which I did take a look at before I got my camera out to begin filming. So, let's see what it is. It's a convector. Between 2 rocks, you find a portable convector. It's in rather bad shape, no doubt the result of a prolonged bath. It can, however, be used one last time. You instantly add 25 time units to your current level. Then the convector gives a final shudder. Roll 4 dice. Each success grants you 1 additional time unit. Then discard this card after use, then head to location 9. So, the convector, that seems like future tech that really doesn't belong in this world. I wonder how it got here. Bum bum bum. Although remember that this is an actual future time location. It's a weird choice, but I guess I can see, I mean, it's sort of interesting, but it's a medieval fantasy setting, but a future timeline. So instead of taking place in the past, in an alternate universe, it's taking place in the future on another planet where magic is real. And I think it still is an alternate timeline. Yeah. See, it says 7,553 AT. That's short for alternate timeline. So, let's see how many extra successes we get. So we get 25 plus 9 plus what we roll here. Ooh, not so good. +2. So 1, 2, then we get the 5, so that brings us up to 16. Then we get 20, so that brings us up to 36. That's how much time we have to explore the castle, which is just one location deck. How long could it possibly take? All right, let's see, location 9. So let's pack this thing up. And head out to location 9, which we should still roll the time die to go to. And it was 1 time unit, so that means we do have an encounter on the way. This one. I've been looking for you. I've heard that one among you is a brilliant archer. I'm looking for a challenge. Whoever loses gives 5 gold to the winner. I hate this one because it's a huge time sink. Okay, so we're going to have a duel. 5 gold goes to the winner. Whoever loses doesn't end up losing any health or anything like that. And I don't know why Liara doesn't have any health. She should have the 5. But Liara is going to fight her. So she gets 1, 2, 3 to roll. And we're going to use 1 time unit to do the roll. And Finnock is going to cast a support spell as well. So let's do Finnock's support spell first. He's rolling 3 dice. All successes are added to her successes. Okay. So that sucked. And then Liara gets 1 success. That sucks. And she then takes a wound. This is going to be healed right after the encounter. We'll do another one. Liara is going to roll her 3 dice. Two successes. That's 2 skulls. She can block against that, so she doesn't take a wound, but we have to use another time unit, and she should succeed this time. Alright. So we get our 5 gold. La-da-da-da-da. Not like we're going to be able to spend gold in the castle, probably. And she heals back up. Then we will go to the castle. Ooh. This is interesting. It appears to be underwater. Maybe we're in like the castle moat or something. So mote it be. Alright. You emerge from a well located in the castle's courtyard. Wary, you listen carefully before stepping onto the cobblestones. Not the slightest living soul is around. You're engulfed in a mysterious fog that envelops the surrounding area, but then you see with great difficulty 3 buildings located at the foot of the misty curtain. Your eyes are getting acclimated ever so slowly. Multicolored bolts tint the fog toward the back of the castle, allowing you to see violent electrical arcs from high above. Suddenly you hear a strident whistle above your heads. The air seems to stick, then gel. You faintly discern the face of Bob in an energy bubble. Bob, what the Hi, Bob. Agents, this communication won't last for long, so listen to me carefully. You're about to enter a field of faults. Those damn scions are crazy. There's way too many of them at the same time. Nevertheless, this also allows us to intervene without them noticing. We've been able to take advantage of all this energy to create a temporal loop that should help you on your mission. As soon as I'm done with this message, I'll create an intermediate time log for you. This way you'll be able to come back to these geotemporal coordinates if your adventure goes sideways. From here on, be careful to not the first tower. Good luck. Setup. Keep in place the item cards and mission cards. Return to the box all of the board's other cards as well as those discarded so far. Alright, so we keep the item cards and mission cards. What are the mission cards? I don't know. Mission cards. Are those the ones... I don't know if I had mission cards. I guess the mission failed cards. That's what they're talking about, I guess. Open the mystery deck and place it face down on the deck. Place the 4 plan cards on top of the deck as usual. Place the 8 vortex cards face down on Codex 1. Place the 10 encounter cards face down on Codex 2. Discover card E and place it on Codex 3. Time log, card E. On the time log, note down using a pencil the current amount of time units, the amount of health remaining for each player, the ingredients in gold in their possession. Okay. Works for me. So I guess I should do those instructions before continuing on. So I think that means get rid of all of these. Right? These all get discarded. The plan cards get discarded. I am assuming that's what it means. All of the encounter cards get discarded. This one gets discarded. I'll just put that there. I don't know about this icon reference. I don't think that's supposed to even be on the board. And all of the item cards stay. The item cards stay. I assume we keep the item cards we already have because it says keep and place all of the item cards. All right, so we're going to open up our mystery cards. As you can see, it's still in the shrink wrap. And I believe it said to put the mystery deck on top of the deck, like that. Get rid of the flash card and put the plan cards out. All right, we're in the castle. Why is everything upside down? Eight vortex cards on Codex 1. It doesn't say to shuffle them or anything, so we'll just put those on Codex 1. The encounter cards, again, it doesn't say to shuffle them, so discover card E and place it on Codex 3. Does that mean this card E? Let's see. Yes. Okay, so I'm supposed to write on this thing. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I guess if I write in pencil, it can't really hurt. A lot of people would not be happy about that, but we'll see. Okay, let it never be said that Kitten Hoarder is afraid of writing on his cards. Whoever came up with this was really stupid, though, because there's like a coating on the card that makes it very difficult to write in pencil. If it was like permanent marker, that would be one thing, but it specifically says to write in pencil, and I would not want to write on permanent marker because I want to replay this mission. So it's impossible to write on it with pencil without like scraping off the coating of the card, so you're going to leave a permanent mark no matter what you do. And it looks ugly, and this is information that could have easily been recorded on a separate piece of paper, but you know what? To get the full experience of the game, I'm going to do exactly what the cards say, whether I like it or not. And this is all just beyond the fact that gamers would normally hate writing on anything, any of their cards. But you know what? This is what they said to do. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that up there. And what is the next card? From now on, place on the time log all of the items, neutral tokens, or cards that you spend or lose. Okay, makes sense to me. Choose an area of the castle and place the group token on it. Then continue the game normally, location change, location opening, time unit, etc. Important notes. In case the mission fails, you now have two options. Restart the mission from scratch, possibly changing receptacles so that perhaps you arrive better prepared at the castle. Restart your mission here with the same receptacles. Recreate the setup as indicated on card C, recover your life points, your ingredients, potions, time units, etc. Reboot. If you restart from the castle's courtyard, you must return all of the items bearing the red time symbol, to their original place. Okay. So, what the heck are we talking about? Castle's courtyard. I don't even see a castle's courtyard. I guess maybe I am in the castle courtyard. I don't know. So it says choose an area of the castle and place the group token on it. Then continue the game normally, location change, location opening, time units, etc. So does that mean that I spend time units to go to that first location, or do that after I've gone to the first location? So I'm interpreting it that it means, it says then continue the game normally, location change, location opening, time units, etc. So I assume that it means just choose a location and then move to it. They could have just said that, but that seems like, and look, take a look at that. Look, there's a little well we came out of. Nice little attention to detail there. Okay, so let's choose a location and move to it. I think possibly the banquet hall, because Finnock is a chef. Actually, one of the other people, Liara, has those condiments. So let's get location 9 out of the way. We'll treat that like as an extra base. And let's go to the banquet hall. So we're going to have to roll the time captain die. 1, that means we get an encounter. I'm going to move this over here. It says Codex 3, but I want to have a discard pile here. You know, it didn't say to shuffle the encounter cards. But shouldn't the encounter cards be shuffled? I think this is something I'm going to have to check before I continue playing. Okay, I am very glad that I looked that up, because there were several important rules clarifications in the official FAQ on Board Game Geek that's run by Paul Grogan. One of them is that both the Vortex and encounter cards should be shuffled. The other one being that you don't actually draw an encounter card in the same method that, or the same triggers, I guess, that would cause you to draw an encounter card in the rest of this mission. Right, once we get to the castle, you no longer draw an encounter card when you roll a 1 or a 3 on the time captain die. You draw an encounter card when instructed to. So both very important rules that I would have hated to have missed. Okay. So, with that said, then we can just go straight in. We got a 31 because we already moved the time units. And banquet hall. Ooh, shiny. Look at all that. Once you have entered the building, you cannot miss the surprising contrast between the constant clacking of your footsteps on the pavement of the courtyard and the nearly suffocating quiet of this room. You are in the castle's banquet hall. Chandeliers, candlesticks, and set tables. Everything leads you to believe a celebration is being prepared. Under the arcades on the left and the right, the walls are decorated with paintings portraying the royal family. Okay, I believe you. I don't really see them. In the center of the room, tables overflowing with victuals seem to await guests. Well, seeing as Liara has the condiments, I will have her go to the middle. Elysiador will go to the left. Finnock will go to the right. And we will have Nirir go into the middle. So first, let's see what's on the right. Ooh. Ugh. On the shelves, you spot a glass bell under which lies a head. As you approach... Oh my god. The mouth opens and you perceive a few muffled words. Who should I announce? Should be whom. Whom should I announce? I can't hear anything. Louder, and on your knees in front of His Majesty. You obtain the gray 4 squares state token as long as all receptacles come to this card and speak their name loudly and clearly, a knee on the ground. All right. So it means somebody's going to have to move. But it seems like that's probably worth it. What's over here? You arrive under the arcade where the paintings of the kingdom's various crowned heads are displayed. Suddenly the pigments mix. The colors tarnish and each painting empties to free a royal ghost. Alright. This is a magic-based fight. So Elysiador can't actually fight. So she's just going to have to, I believe, lose a health because she's not going to be able to do the magic fight. She's going to have the magic stat. So Finnock's going to have to go over there to help her. She might just try to evade. What do we have over here? You approach the tables when 2 ghostly silhouettes appear with surprising celerity. You want something? This dish was prepared according to an ancient recipe. Have a taste. Whoever decides to have a taste, and only them, immediately reveals card green thing. Okay. You know what? Liara has the condiments. I'll let her have a taste. So, Liara, what are you going to find? The dishes are accidentally succulent. You instantly regain all of your hearts. Unfortunately, as soon as you move away from the table, the food disappears from your hands, making it impossible to bring with you. You are also under the effects of a slight secondary effect. You are now mute. The players who have eaten... I think it's just one player, right? Oh no, it's whoever decides to have a taste. But whatever. Players who have eaten can no longer speak a word until an agent who can magic heals them by getting at least 2 successes on a magic test. Alternately, you will recover the use of speech after losing 1 health during combat. Okay, so that was a big waste. So, what are we going to do? We're going to use 1 time unit to move. And I'm going to actually have Elysia move away from the ghost because she can't fight it anyway, so she's going to lose a health for moving away. Finnock will move toward the ghost. Everybody else moves toward the place where they're going to have to kneel and say their name. So that was 1 time unit. 1 time unit is now spent fighting the ghost. So I can roll 3 magic for this. Okay, not great. So I got 2. And 2 skulls plus 2 skulls definitely makes me lose a health. I'm going to use 1 more time unit to try to finish it off. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we're done. So we've defeated the ghost. Actually, I don't know why I did that. Could have just ignored it. I don't know. That was dumb. And then 1 time unit to move back over here. And we are all going to kneel and say our names. Okay, there's a slight problem. Liara ate the food. So she actually can't speak until Finnock helps her. So she literally cannot say her name, following the rules of the game. Normally this mute spell would have very little effect on me, since I'm playing all 4 characters by myself. But I cannot follow the rules of having Liara say her name here. So we're going to have to do another time unit to try to heal her up. And we're hoping for 2 successes. Ooh, no luck. Spend another one. Come on. Alright. So she has had her muteness taken away. Now we can all kneel down on one knee. And Elysia Dor, Narir Mindsmith, Liara Erod, Finnock Shepning. Dun 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 dun. Alright. So this little state token is revealed. And I don't know, nothing seems to happen, so we'll just move to a different place. Where should we go next? Archives, guard room, library. I think archives. Or maybe the library. Library. Alright. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. That's no good. Library. 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 There it is. The library. Alright. Wow, look what's going on here. There appears to be a headless guy. Not nearly headless. He's completely headless. And a pile of books, maybe ready to be burned? Who knows? We'll find out. Once the door opens, your gazes linger on a pattern of alternating black and white tiles that greet your first few steps. Raising your head, a true maze of catwalks and aisles covered in books reveals itself to your surprised eyes. Men are busy here, copying works and sorting scrolls. On the left, a headless man walks in a circle. What'd I say? Not far away, a man with a definitely anachronistic look makes wild gestures at you. Yeah, I can see that he's got like a leather jacket on. To the right, a man behind a writing desk nonchalantly raises his eyes towards you, looking curious. Alright, how are we going to split up here? I think the headless guy might either require a magic test or need to be fought. So I'm going to put Narir here. And Finnock. And then I will split up the other two. Elysia Dor can talk to the anachronistic guy. The assassin can talk to the, I don't know, registrar. So, let's talk to the anachronistic guy first. Pardon my somewhat cavalier approach, and especially my attire, but I've been waiting for you. I'm a temporal smuggler. I've heard about your mission. It just so happens that one of my clients is ready to pay to recover the 3 glyphs that allowed you to get here. I'll trade them for a powerful relic. Then I'll leave directly for the 20th century Earth before my receptacle is erased. You can discard the 3 glyphs to take item 18. Ah, what the hell. I don't know. Those 3 glyphs seem important, but you know what? Let's discard them up here so I can get them back next time. And take item 18. Powerful relic. Better be. Well, it's funny that Elysia Dor, who was carrying the 3 glyphs, just happened to be there. And ta-ta-ta-ta! Ooh. Combat Amulet. You've just found a powerful amulet. From now on, each combat roll that removes at least 1 shield removes 1 extra shield. Only the bearer of this amulet can benefit from this advantage. Very nice. Well, hopefully it's worth it. Alright, let's talk to the registrar. You must be the messengers tasked with carrying the Splendor Solus. Do you have to form 27B6? Without a form, you'll get nothing. Nothing! Don't insist. I can't be swayed. I let no one bother Ziani without a very good reason. If you have this form, reveal card green thing. Well, I don't have the form. So, nothing going. And Nearly Headless Nick says, the usages and customs have changed deeply since the crowning of the new king. Even if my face wasn't to his liking, I am and will remain the guarantor of royal tradition. The guests of his majesty will receive a present worthy of their rank. But where is my head? Have you already introduced yourselves? I have, so I can take item 19. Very nice. So this is going to go to Finnock or Marir. A cube. A cube made of unknown matter. Oh. Letters and numbers scroll continuously along each side. On one corner in a translucent blue section, it reads 3/9. Okay. I'm not sure what that does, but we'll see. And that seems to be it for this location. Didn't have spend any time units to move around, so let's go visit the archives next. We can visit the guard room last. So archives, moving on. 1, 2. And ooh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. As you enter this location, a memory surges. Training, during which you were taught using holographic screens the various types of temporal faults. While observing the one occupying the center of the room, Bob's words come to mind. If one day you see this type of fault, know that they are tunnels, paths, directly tied to a specific space-time. They are differentiated by their blue halo. Don't worry about these, always look for the main fault. You're pulled from your daydreaming by the eyes of small creatures with glassy eyes on your left. On the back of the room, a column of people turn their gaze toward an immense monolith. All right. So we don't want to worry about this. Let's look for the main fault. But let's explore the room while we're here. So I will have Finnock check out the magical thing. Liara her name's Elysia, and Liara will go there. Marir will go there. So let's check out the thing in the middle. You approach closer to the fault. Nearly translucent beings are coming out of it. Once materialized, they continue on their way as if lobotomized toward the monolith that stands at the back of the room. Man, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this place. Standing in front of you is a stone monolith. The beings issued from the fault stand in a row. They coordinate their gestures and begin a common prayer by repeating the words written on the base of the monument. Prophecy of the Dragons, 7553, Year of the Two Moons. It is 7553. The day of the dragon's awakening. Fire will speak, life will flicker. Only the stranger coming from another time will save us from disaster. Pray, pray, pray. On the ground you notice an amulet. Take 60. Magic amulet. You've just found a powerful amulet. The agent who owns this amulet can roll 2 extra magic dice even if they don't normally use magic. Wow. So right now, Marir has it, but he can give it to someone else when they move. Ah, you're just in time. His Majesty needs a tome from the library as quickly as possible to fix a slight disruption of the fault which disturbs or perturbs the rhythm of arrival of subjects. But we're stuck here as we have to regulate the flow of new arrivals. Here's delivery form 27-6B, required by required to pass by that simpleton PO. Take item 16. And this is that form we needed. All right, a form. This is form 27-B6, recovered from the castle's archives. It allows you to obtain Zioni's iconographic study on the Splendor Solis. I will give that to Elisiador. And that's it, I guess, so let's move on. So I can go back to the library, or I can go to the guard's room. I sort of want to see what the study on the Splendor Solis is, so I'm going to go back to the library. Oh my god. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I think I want the magic amulet to go to Liara, just so I can spread around a little bit the people who have the magical abilities. And I will leave the combat amulet there, and let's just all go see the guy and see what he has. The man inspects your form, satisfied, then leads you to a small, dimly lit back room. Why am I being disturbed? I have no time to waste. His Majesty Miliafin is waiting my decision as to the last race that is destined to add to our ranks to vanquish the dragons. You're the messengers? Oh, sorry. Here, take this tome and bring it to His Majesty. Ah, I was forgetting the password for the guard. I'm writing it on this scrap of parchment and placing it in the middle of the tome. Now get out. Take items 17 and 21. Very good. I'm glad I went there before the guardhouse. 17. The Splendor Solis. You have within your hands a gorgeous tome. Well, let me get 21 before I forget it. You have within your hands a gorgeous tome bearing a finely gilded title, Splendor Solis. The interior is filled with enigmatic illustrations and long text in a hard-to-decipher language. However, one page catches your eye. It relates the story from ages ago of space-time travel. These travels were the scene of incessant battles between two races, the Scions on one side and the Eloi on the other. The Scions, I don't know these words in this game. They don't follow any known pronunciation. I don't know. It's terrible. The Scions are said to be the creators of the temporal process, later stolen by the Eloi. The agent who owns this tome can roll 2 additional magic dice, even if they don't normally use magic. Well, let's spread the magic around even further. We'll give that to Elisiador. And item 21. A password. Oh good, I get to keep this one. A password scribbled on a piece of parchment. Splendor Solis, Octa Miliafin. Place the token directly on the card. It's linked to the password. As long as you possess it, you have the token. We'll give this to Liara. So I get this state token. It's a pinky one. Pinky, 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 pinky. Pinky, 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 pinky. Where's the pinky one? There it is. All right. And let's keep moving. Go to the guard's room, last location. Although I see there's several others in here. And could have been better, could have been worse. All right. Now, I have a lot of time units left. I think I'm going to win this game unless I make like a terrible mistake somewhere. Guard room. Okay. You cross the paved courtyard, always on your guard. Ha ha. The door to the building is open a crack. A deep and continuous sound is coming from it, a sound resembling that of a machine very far off from the technological rank of this planet. You push the door open. The area is filled with steam that almost burns your face. The guard room holds an important machine made up of countless pistons and gears. At the back of the room you notice bars of pure energy, which are evidently impassable. In the middle of the vapor, a robot, armed to the teeth, is coming closer to you. Its posture leaves little doubt as to its intentions. Alright, so seeing as I don't have that state token, and this one is blocked, I have no choice but to all go to where the robot is, and most likely fight it. So let's see what happens. The robot approaches. Access forbidden. Password? Access forbidden. Password? From the looks of the cannons pointed at each of you, giving it anything but a password would be pure folly. Oh, I have the password. Splendor Solis, Octa Miliafen. Once the password is spoken, the mechanical guard stands against the wall once again. At the back of the room, a complex mechanism is linked to the energy bars, seeming to control how to open them, although its operation isn't clear. Flip over item 54 to view the mechanism. Ooh. The 3 levers on the colored gears can turn either in counterclockwise or clockwise direction. Each turn of a lever moves the bottommost arrow a quarter turn. And if you're attempting to reach this symbol, I assume. Wait, is it supposed to be like this, I guess? Choose one of the following sequences, then look at the result by taking the corresponding item. You can attempt multiple sequences. Well, you know what? I can easily figure this one out. Although I wonder what the green and blue ones are going to give me. But, so I can, if I want to get, wait. Each turn of a lever moves the bottommost arrow a quarter turn. So, if I rotate this golden one clockwise a quarter turn, that would rotate the silver one counterclockwise, and because of this band here, that would also go counterclockwise. So that would get me there, but that's not one of my options. I can't just rotate it once. So 2, right? Two to the left, 1, 2. That means 2 to the right. So this would go there. 3 for the green to the left. And the green one seems like that's rotating in line with the silver one. So that would be there, 1, 2, 3. 1 blue to the right. So that would be like that. That goes like that. So that's that. Wait. So if I turn the green one counterclockwise, that goes like that. That rotates that one like that. That means that goes like that. So that goes like that. So it should be 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and that won't get me it. So if I do 2 green clockwise, 1, 2, that goes 1, 2. That means that goes 1, 2. 3 blue counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 gold clockwise. Clockwise gold means counterclockwise. So that would be 1, 2, 3. That one would be good. What about the 2 blue counterclockwise? All right. So 1, 2. 3 gold clockwise. 1, 2, 3. 2 green clockwise. 1, 2. That won't be there either. I don't think I'm understanding this puzzle correctly. So it might be important that the gold one is not continuous. So if I turn it counterclockwise twice, I'm actually only turning it counterclockwise once because I'm going to skip this part. So that's one counterclockwise turn, that's one clockwise turn, that'll get me there. Counterclockwise 3, 1, 2, 3. Clockwise 1, 1. So 51 should be my card. So let's try that. Seconds pass without anything happening. Then many clicks later. Excellent. Take item 55. Aha, the dungeon. So I'm going to get rid of this card, this card, this card. We'll leave that there, actually. And let's move into the dungeon, shall we? Location 17. Sector 17. Read the cards A, then A prime for the setup of this location. Okay. 1, 2. There's A prime. Oh my god. And there's my flashcard. You cross the drawbridge with no issues. Having reached the dungeon's door, you see that it's been left open, which again strengthens the general feeling that the castle's been abandoned. You enter. Once in the main hall, you immediately feel that the temporal perturbations are stronger than ever. King Miliafen mustn't be much farther. From the main hall, 2 paths lie before you. Shuffle these cards. Makes sense to me. Place 5 of them randomly on spaces C to G, then reveal them. Take the group token and place it at the beginning of the corridor of your choice on the card of location C. I see. This one is not included. Your goal is to reach space H. Once it has been reached, the party heads to location 11. And what does this say? In the dungeon, the test costs the normal time unit amount. Movements are free. Well, that's nice. In these rooms, space-time is greatly perturbed. You must stop there. Draw a vortex card. Okay, so this is just how the different rooms work. So I'm supposed to reveal all of them, I assume. Yeah, it says reveal them. All right. Wow, look at that. This is like MC Escher stuff. Okay. So I know I can't go through there. That costs agility. This one seems fine. If I go through there, then I'll need some magic. That one seems fine. Actually, I don't need to pass through there because I can go through there. Okay, so if I go up here, just through there, I'll need 1 potion of leaping. And I don't have a dungeon map, so I'll need to start up here. Where's my... There we go. All right. Movements are free. Okay. So So let me take a minute to read these cards, these different things. Chasms marked, okay. Teleportation. I don't think I have teleportation. All right, so let's start then. Movements are free. So we're going to go through here. And it looks like then I have to face a vortex card. So the bearded man turns around and begins to talk and talk and talk. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. 4 time units? What the? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lame. All right, and then we get to this test. So I have to set up the test. It's just 2 though. So I should be able to get that in just 2 time units. Or 1 time unit. So Finnock is going to start. He rolls 3 dice. He takes 1 away. Liara can roll 2 dice. So she completes the test. Okay. Too bad I don't have any teleportation. We're going to continue forward. I don't have any teleportation. I'm going to use my potion of leaping. And I can get it back using Finnock. So I crossed using the potion of leaping. I'm then going to have to spend 1 time unit. I think I'd rather do that. So I'm going to spend 1 time unit to try to use alchemy to get the potion back. So 1, 2, 3. And I need 2 successes or more. Alright, perfect. So I've got the potion back. I'm going to use it again so I can leap across this chasm. Continue. Well, I don't want to go down there because that's a dead end. So I'm going to go up here. I have to go another vortex. You have a feeling of deja vu. Quick, get away! Ha! I do remember this. Funny. Okay. Continuing on. And then I have to have an encounter. You're stuck in the emanations of this altar, which you can counter via magic, or by attempting to destroy it, but it looks rather solid. I could choose between a magic test and combat. Well, let's do the magic test, because my characters now all have pretty good magic skills. So we're going to spend 1 time unit to make the test. Finnock rolls 3. He only gets 1. Liara is going to roll 2, and she gets the other 2. Perfect. And we're going to go down the stairs, down into this pool here, where I'm going to have to face another vortex. It's so hot that you can't believe the air itself is on fire. Your receptacles can't handle it. Everybody loses 1. Continuing forward. And 1 more vortex and then we're out. Nothing. I like this though. It's like teasers for all of the other little time stories decks they might have. And we're out. So we head to location 11 then. Let's pack this stuff up. And we're going to have to roll the time die. 1, 2. Gets another blue. Made a little rhyme. Sounds like a good time. A doobie doobie doo. And I believe we're... What? What is going on here? I see little dragons. Oh man. Wow, look at all this. Wow, this is exciting. After descending a deep stairwell, you end up in the throne room. You immediately recognize a large main vault with its very light blue halo. In the middle of the room is the model of Algaria, littered with soldier miniatures. As you arrive, the people around the table break off their conversation and stare at you. Some draw their weapons, while Milyafin in the middle speaks to you. Ah, agents from the consortium. Of course you had to show up. Well, I figure you've been painted a perfectly Manichaean portrait of the situation. Oh, the evil scions will break everything and on and on. Come, don't disappoint your superior officers. You'll have to fight. Hurry, time's running short. This is a group battle. On any roll where you get at least one skull, add all of the skulls and hearts present on the back of unoccupied cards. Also, for as long as Milyafin's card is unoccupied, each time you lose one heart extra because of the black thing. Makes sense to me? So, it seems like probably I want Niar fighting that big robot. Not Niar, Nirir fighting the big robot. We'll have Finnock and Elysia, the best combat people, fighting Milyafin. And then did I say Liara? I meant Elysia Dor here. Liara is going to go by herself to fight this guy here. Alright. So let's start with the Milyafin. Milyafin is red with rage. Actually, let's just flip them all over, so we know we don't have to add all of the stuff from the unoccupied cards. A sphere of energy leaves his hands, hits you fully, and immobilizes you completely. Until the sphere is dissipated, one of the agents who has revealed this card, randomly determined, cannot act and loses one heart each time unit. It's up to the others to save them by dissipating the sphere or by killing Milyafin. Okay. So this is the sphere. Who's it going to affect? Let's see. If it's a skull or a blank, it will be Elysia. Otherwise, it'll be Finnock. Okay, so it's going to affect Finnock. And we're going to have to beat him eventually, I assume, too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's a tough one. 2 skulls and a black heart. Damn. Alright. And this one is just 3, time unit ones. That's bad. And this one is 4 neutral shields, 1 black heart, and 2 red skulls. It's funny, those both give me item 59 by defeating them. Interesting. I don't know if I have enough time units left. That one that lost me like 4 time units at once, that was really rough. I have 4 time units remaining. It's going to be tough. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm trying to decide if I should try to get rid of the dissipate the sphere. I mean, Finnock has only 2 health remaining. Elysia can roll 2 magic dice. So to dissipate the sphere, that's going to be tough. It says he can't act, so I assume he can't use spells either. Well, we'll spend a time unit to act. I think the first thing that's going to happen is Nurir is going to attack this robot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice he's rolling. One, 2, and he gets 1 free success, so that's all 3. Oh, shoot. How many skulls did he have? Because there's 2 skulls on other locations. He has a defense of 4. I don't think he rolled more than... I'll just re-roll it. Well, now he definitely is going to lose a health. But he still defeats the robot with that roll, so I'll keep it. This guy's defeated. I get item 59. You've just vanquished one of Miliafin's minions, so free one of your dice. Oh. Each time you defeat one of Miliafin's minions, you can return to play one of your dice that was held during the closing of the fault. Place this card on Codex 4, then place on it all dice already held. From now on, place any newly held dice on this card. Reminder, if your 6th die is held, read the mission failed card. I didn't try to close the fault yet, so... Okay. So Liara gets to roll 4 dice for her attack. Well, maybe she shouldn't try to attack. So she can evade for free. She's actually going to evade and come over here to help free Finnock. Elysia is going to try to free Finnock as her action. Just 1. And he can't take an action, and he has to lose a health. Okay. And we will spend another time unit. I will have Liara try to free Finnock. Perfect. Okay, so he's now free to act, which is going to make things a lot easier. First, I guess I will have Nurir move over here. Finnock is going to move over here. And that leaves Elysia is left as the one who hasn't acted yet. So she's going to roll 3 dice. 3 combat dice. If she removes a shield, she gets to remove an extra one. Finnock is going to support her with 3 dice. So let's roll his 3 dice. So she gets 4 extra successes. All right. Plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she gets to remove an extra shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus, she did not roll any skulls, so she doesn't get hurt. And I think that was everybody having acted. So this guy's back flipped face down again. Oh, I moved the wrong one. Here you go. And one more time unit. I really don't think I'm going to make it, but let's see what I have to do to close this temporal fault. Jeez Louise. The fault creates a powerful magnetic field. Only agents who can use magic can attempt to close it. Clarification, if too many dice are missing, you'll roll fewer than your total per roll. Closing the fault uses group combat rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeez Louise. And for all rolls on this test, each blank side obtained seals that die, and no one can use it anymore. All right, so Finnock is going to try. Oh, great, of course. 1 sealed die and 1 success. We will have Marir go. He's going to try to finish off Miliafin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he got 5 successes. So Miliafin dies automatically. It's a critical hit. And Miliafin's eyes roll back and a strange voice comes out of his mouth. See how these dragons will crush Algaria. The only way to save these people was to open a fault and gather more powerful forces. What naivete as to the intentions of the consortium and of the agency. We'll meet again. You'll know my name when you remember yours. The receptacle falls to the ground. What? Who are you? The scion has left this body for good. Interesting. And I get the green state token. So I guess that means that these two are going to go over here and try to close that thing, although I don't know if it's going to happen. All right, we have 1 time unit left. This is the 0th hour. So Finnock is going to go first. Oh my god. Really? So I think that he's dead now? I don't know if this doesn't... This says fight, so I assume it counts as a combat. So he's dead. He's gone. Darn, I was going to have him use support. Maybe I should have done that first and have him go last. So everybody else gets to roll 2. Oh, I don't even know if he rolled any blanks, too. I think he did roll 1 blank and 2 skulls or something like that. 1. This isn't going to work. 1. Yeah, we're dead. All right, time is out. All right. Bob says, that was terrible. You guys sucked. All right, so we're going to have to redo from our reset point. And that'll have to wait. Let me get it set back up again, and I'll start recording, and we'll see if we can do it a little more efficiently this time. Okay, so I've set everything back up again for another run. I put back all of my items with the red Time Agency logo. I got to keep this password, which is Nice. And apparently I get to keep the Splendor Solus because there is no red agency logo on this one. It doesn't have a blue agency logo, but part of the rules of resetting here are that you get to keep your items other than the ones with the red agency logo. As far as I can understand them, it's a little ambiguous. So I think I get to keep that too. So here's the dilemma I'm having. I don't recall where I got the amulet that boosts my magical abilities. And I want to have that because I only have one magic user in my whole party. And the Splendor Solus gives one other person magical abilities, but I want one more that I think I'm going to give him the magical amulet so he can roll 5 dice whenever he does a magic check, and have the other 2 just focus on fighting. But I don't remember where I got that. I don't want to spend a bunch of time going through every single room again. I just wish I remembered where that one item came from. So I think I'm going to start out by going to the library, because I know I got the work order from the work order to go to get the Splendor Solus. I got that from the archives, I believe. I don't really remember what came from the banquet hall. I think the thing that I got, like the cube that way, and the cube didn't seem to be important necessarily for this mission. So that, I don't remember there being anything else there. There might have been, I mean, one of the medallions might have come from there, but I'm thinking maybe the library, the guy who I had to give my glyph medallions to. So I'm going to check there first. So I'm going to the library on this run. First thing. And 1, 2. And let's set up the library. Alright, so we've already read the description. Let's just have everybody go here. We're going to trade out the glyph medallions to take item 18. And I'll just put the glyph medallions here on top of the time log. We'll get item 18. Hopefully that's the one I'm looking for. Now see, that's the combat amulet. That one is not as helpful. That's what I was afraid of, actually. So I guess I'm going to be going to the banquet hall and the archives anyway. Alright, so who should get the combat amulet? I guess I'm going to give it to Liara, because I want Elysia and Finnock to focus on closing that portal, while the other 2 can play defense, basically. Alright, so we're going to have to travel again. Should I go to the banquet hall or the archives first? I think maybe there was something else at the banquet hall, so I'm going to go there. 1, 2. I think maybe it was at the banquet hall. Heck, maybe I got it in the guard chamber. I don't even remember. Now, if I recall, I think there was like a magical monster on the left. I think that was in this room. So I'm going to have, and eating the food didn't really do much for me. So I'm going to have everybody go here, and let's see what it was. No, see, that's the guy where everybody has to kneel. And he just gives you a state token. But this might have, I think this was just a test. Oh, man. I wonder if I got the magical boosting amulet from the headless dude who also gave me the cube. Well, Yeah, I think it was a waste of time units to go here. I'll have Finnock check this out. No, I guess I'll just... Darn it. Yeah, I'll have everybody go here. And everybody kneels and says their names out loud. I'm not going to do the whole thing again, but we get our state token. Spend 1 time unit. Everybody's going to go over here and see what's up over here. And it's just the fight. So we're going to spend 1 time unit to fight the thing. And we'll have Finnock go first. He rolls 3. What? That was lame. So he's going to lose 1 life. I think I'm just going to restart this run. Elysiador is going to roll 2. Yeah, this run is getting reset, I think. Reset. Okay, so we're going back to 32. And the only thing that has really happened here is this combat amulet, item 18. Because I don't think that run wasn't going to get me any closer to winning, I don't think. Seemed like a sort of a waste of time. So this time I'm going to start in the archives. And we're going to roll. Dang it. 1, 2, 3. And we'll just have the people visit. I don't think there was anything in the middle. Alright, like so. Alright, item 16. There was just some people. Oh, there you go, item 60. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Alright, the magical amulet, and I'm giving it to Finnock. He doesn't really need this fairy cage anymore, but... Alright, magical amulet. And I forgot to give him back his health. That's a good thing I remembered. Okay. And I also get item 16, although I don't need it. And that goes to Narir. And then we're going to go straight to the guard room from here. That was actually very lucky. Okay. I do have the token, so I reveal this card. I get item 54. And item 51. And card D. And item 55. All right. And then that plan card gets set aside. Pretty much all of these cards are going to get set aside. So I'll just move the whole guard room up there. And we're going to move into location 17. Costs 2 time units. I'm feeling a little better about this run. Location 17. Okay. So, shuffle these 6 cards. Place 5 of them randomly on spaces C through G. Okay. And this one is not used. And we have to decide where we're starting here. Oh, man. Oh, tough luck. We have the, we need the fireproofing on this one. We're going to have to, either way, we're going to have to pass through that. And actually, there's only one path that we can take, because that's this. So I'm going to have to go up there and go down through there. That's 3 different... Well, I'm going to have to start here, regardless. Actually, I can just go down these stairs and bypass that event room. So let's do that. All right, so we're bypassing the encounter room, going down here, and that is our first vortex. It's so hot that you can't believe the air itself isn't on fire. Receptacles can't handle it. We each lose 1 health, which is bad for us. Sort of bad for us, because Finnock is the big magic user here, and he only has 4 health. So when we move, I'm going to spend an extra time unit to heal him 1, because I'm also going to lose 1 health going through the fire, unfortunately. I don't see any way to avoid it, because I don't have teleportation. Okay, so down, we're going to use the Potion of Leaping. Another vortex. Oh, nothing to do here, and we each heal 1. Oh, that's actually very lucky. All right, 1, 1, 1, 1. Very lucky. And then across, another vortex. A metal monster leaps on you. Hey, that's similar to the metal monsters I was fighting in that other room. Alright, so he's got the 2 time units and 3 skulls. And it's just any old kind of fight. So I'm going to have to spend 1 time unit to fight him. We're going to start with Narir, because he gets to roll 5 dice. And he gets 1 automatic success. So that's 1, 2, 3, plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled 3 skulls, plus 1 left, and he has a defense of up to 4 skulls, so he's safe. I hope that I'm playing those defense things correctly. I remember looking at it last time I played this game, when I was setting this up, basically getting to the castle, and I don't remember what I actually learned. We'll have the paladin go next, and she defeats the thing. All right, so I'm going to have to go up through this door. So I'm going to have to bash the door open. That's going to be a combat test. So I will have Narir try and bash that door open. He just needs 2 successes. Alright, so we've got the door open. Vortex. Oh, geez. Alright. What a greeting. Some ninjas. So this started off lucky. I think I'll have Maria go first again. So spend a time unit to do the combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The enemy is automatically killed. That is a really nice ability. And I'm hoping to use it to good effect against the final boss. Well, what turns out not to be the final boss, because the final boss appears to be just closing that rift. Alright, now we have an encounter. Hey, pocket convector. Undoubtedly been left here by another team who was here before you. It's in bad shape, or it could have been us on a previous time run. Could probably still be used one time. And then we get 5 time units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll 3 dice. And get 2 additional time units. And it's discarded. Wow. Very nice. Unfortunately, we have to pass through the fire. So everybody loses 1 again. Then another vortex, and we're almost out. Yep. I don't see any other way around it. Ooh. Whoa. Glub, glub, glub. Okay. Each agent must make a agility roll and get at least 2 successes. If they fail to do so, that agent loses 1 hit. And I assume that doesn't mean I have to keep trying. I think it's just a one-time thing, but I still need to spend a time unit for it. So this is gonna suck. We'll do Liara first. Alright, she's got 2 successes. Narir is probably going to lose 1. Yep. Elysia. Nope. This is going to suck for Finnock. He gets 2. And... nope. So he loses another one. So started out fairly good luck. That one was bad luck for us. And continuing onward, we have this 6 shield agility test. I think I was interpreting that card right. There's the confusing thing is it had a lock on it, which normally means you can't move on until you've defeated the card. But it wasn't a test. It just said each agent must make a agility roll and get at least 2 successes. If they fail to do so, the agent loses 1 time unit or 1 health. It didn't say that they had to stay there until they got those successes. Anyway, I'm going to do Liara first. 1. Seriously? And we will do Elysia. I keep forgetting she gets to reroll. So she's going to reroll this 1 die. Alright, so she gets 2 successes. Finnock gets 2 successes, and Narir does not get a success. We will spend an additional time unit, and we've made it. It does not say for each agent, so I'm going to interpret that as not the same as these other chasms that you have to make the roll individually for each agent, because this doesn't say that. And plus, it's a big agility roll. So I assume that the agents are like helping each other across the chasm. And we've gone out the other side. We have to spend roll the time unit die and spend additional two time units, 1, 2, 3, 4, when we head to location 11. Because I forgot to do that last time, because we were leaving a red location. And here we are again at the final battle. All right. Okay, so my plan is to have Finnock and Elysiador working on this vortex, and I suppose Liara and Narir will go here. Oh, I forgot to spend 1 time unit to heal Finnock once, because he's going to freeze one of the agents here. So if I just send Mirir by himself, that's not going to be any good. I could ignore him, but then that heart symbol on the back of his card affects everybody, and I don't want that affecting Finnock. So let's see what we can do. All right. So first of all, Miljafin is going to immobilize one of the agents. On a blank or a skull, it's going to be Narir, otherwise it's going to be Liara. That sucks, because that's not who I wanted it to be. So that means I'm going to need to take this, basically try to kill him first, because I don't have time to deal with bringing one of the other agents over there. Dang it. It keeps looking like there are more shields there than there actually are. Yeah, I don't have time to bring one of the other agents over there to deal with him, to dissipate the shield. And then this one, we're going to start with Finnock, who is going to roll 3 + 2 from the magical amulet, so he's going to roll 5. Hopefully none of them are going to be blanks. Come on, come on. All right, let's see here, and go. Ah! That was so bad. All right, so he definitely loses a health. He doesn't lose an additional one because somebody is there with Miljafin. And just 1 success. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But none of them were blank, which is very nice. Okay. Now, Elysia is going to go, and she gets 2 dice. But Finnock is also going to use his support spell to roll 5 additional dice Let's see. So he's going to have to take one of these dice. So he's casting the support spell first, and he's adding his successes to hers. 1, 2, 3. This blank does not count, I don't believe, because it's not a roll of that test. It's a roll of the test for his spell. So 1, 2, 3 successes are added to hers, and she's going to roll 2 dice, and she can re-roll one of them. She's going to re-roll the blank one. Ah! Alright, so this die is locked. I'll put it up here. Locked die. And she also got a skull, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's probably going to take a wound. Okay. I guess I'll have Liara go next. So, wait. I did get 3 successes from Finnock, though. So 1, 2, 3. So we're getting there. Okay, so Liara is going to go, and she's not alone in her space, so she's going to have to use her elfin bow, which is 3. And that was a 1 success. 1 success. And she takes a hit and another one because of the black skull token on his black skull shield. And then Narir simply just loses 1. I don't think he loses another one because of the black skull, though, because it doesn't seem like they're using the same rules as being in the location with the test. So I don't know for sure. But I'm just going to say he just loses 1. And we'll spend another time unit and go again. And we will have Finnock go. He's going to roll 5 dice. Maybe I should have Elysiador go first. Alright, so I'm going to have Finnock do his support spell again. So the blanks on this one are not going to count. Oh my god! Okay, so 1 success. And then Elysiador is doing her actual roll. 2, 3. Very good. Okay. And she didn't roll any skulls, so she's not affected by any of these other symbols. Now, Finnock is going to go. Oh, please, please, please. 5 dice. I just need 2 successes. Very nice. 1, 2. So let's take card 58. And one of these dice gets locked, in case it matters. Mission successful. That's what I thought would happen, since nothing happened when I defeated Milyafin. Bravo! You've managed to successfully close a new temporal fault that would have no doubt imperiled the balance of this system. Prepare for transfer. I did not defeat Milyafin this time, so I'm going to read the orange Mission Successful card. As you leave your caissons, you find, as always, Bob. He doesn't seem to be in such a bad mood. Welcome, guys. Not bad at all. The plan of the Scions has been properly foiled. That said, if you could have also chased him out of his receptacle, that would have been a nice something extra. Never leave a Scion in place. Cleansing the universe of those bastards remains a priority for all missions. Alright. Hit the showers, head to accounting to get your mission validated, then get some rest. See you next time. Item 56. You score the following points according to your performance on Linnaeus. For each opponent defeated, 3 MP. I don't know. For each remaining time unit, 2 MP. Well, that's 44. For each gold remaining, 1 MP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 44 plus 9, that's 53. No one died during this run. Nobody died during this run, so that's 5 MP. Uh, 53, 58. Ah, so I get 2 beacons, pink, blue, or green. All right. And you know what? I read that this gold beacon was not supposed to have been available for the first mission, which I got a beacon of my choice for beating that one. But I guess you weren't supposed to be able to get that one, or the purple one, I believe. Just the pink, blue, and green ones. So I'm going to take out these. I'm going to get one of my choice in instead. I think I'll take a green one instead. I have this pink one from before. And I get 2 beacons, pink, blue, or green. These pink ones are nice. I think it's like instantly defeat an enemy. So I'll take another pink one. And I will take this for 3 additional time units. And that's the end of the scenario, I guess. I'm definitely not writing on this card. Oh, and now read item 57. Congratulations, you've now reached the end of your first cycle. This wasn't always easy, but you can be proud of yourselves because few agents reach this point. From here, a shuttle will bring you back to Lude. You'll be able to take advantage of a few months of vacation. Your next mission order will reach you via the usual method. Dismissed. Okay. Not sure why I needed to read that card, but that is that is what it told me to do, and that's what I did. And I guess you could say that is all she wrote.